Hi, I'm going to start off this presentation with a rhetorical question. If you were to drive your car approximately 50 miles, how much gasoline would you use for 50 miles or 47 miles? Okay, well, looking at the screen, you can see I drove 47.4 total miles and I used 1/4 of a gallon of gas. 1/4 of a gallon of gas. And at that, and using gasoline at that rate is equivalent to getting 179 miles per gallon. Now, the way the ELR calculates MPG is based on the total number of miles traveled and the amount of gasoline used. Now, I traveled 47.4 total miles and I used a total of 0.26 gallons of gas, approximately 1/4 of a gallon of gas. That's about 1 quart. Okay. Now you see the circle is part of this. Most of the circle is green in color. That is the portion of the mileage that was used, that was driven on electricity that was only in the power supply from the car being charged. And the blue portion represents the electricity that was being used from the generator or the gas engine when I started it. That was done for 9.8 miles. So based on traveling, well, the ELR calculates mileage based on total number of miles traveled and how much gasoline you used. Okay, now based on that, based on the total number of miles traveled and the total number of gallons used, that's about about a quart of gas, 47.4 miles. At that rate, the computer calculates 179 miles per gallon. That's why it's incumbent upon the owner of an extended range electric vehicle to start off with a full charge so that you use as little gas as possible and you emit as little poisonous fumes as possible as well. The vast majority of this last trip was off of electricity stored in the power supply, and a small portion of it was from electricity generated by the engine or the generator. Now, the way the ELR works is once it's charged, once there's power in the power supply, then I can drive the car for however many miles I have left until I start, or if the computer starts the generator or the gas engine automatically, then that's as far as I can go. Or I can go until I decide to start the generator or the gas engine. Typically, I start it before the computer will automatically start it, because I want to go in a preferred mode, that is mountain mode. Mountain mode allows the car to allows the generator or the gas engine to do two things at the same time. That is, provide propulsion power while at the same time provide power to increase the charge to the power supply. So that if I'm driving long distance, for example, just a hypothetical situation, if I'm driving long distance and my power supply is reading, let's say I'm reading 6 miles left on electric range, then I can start the generator or the gas engine and let it run for 3, 4, or all of those 6 miles, or however long I want it to run for, until the charge gets up high enough to where I feel like I want to shut it down. And while that's charging, I can still continue to drive, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. Now the speed of the generator or the speed of the gasoline engine in the ELR is not dependent upon the speed of the car. The generator or the engine is an electric generator. Generators want to run at one specific speed. The speed, whatever the engineers designed it to run at for that specific system. In the ELR's case, it's about 1800 RPM. Is what I was told by the technician. The speed of the generator is always running at 1800 RPM. independent of the speed of the car, if the engine should be running. Most of the times my engine is not running. And 179, this is a new record for me, a new personal best. 179 miles per gallon on one particular trip. For 47.4 total miles, I've consumed gas at a rate of where I can get 179 miles out of 1 gallon. This is absolutely fantastic. It's a new personal best. I anticipate that very soon I'm going to go over 200 on a particular incident. And that's going to cause my lifetime average to greatly increase too. You can see it's 81.9. When I first started this particular series of videos, my lifetime average I think was 80.9. And in approximately 2 weeks, it has increased to 81.9. It is now August 21st, 2015, and I'm at 81.9 lifetime miles per gallon on the car.